Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision making specialist. And you know what? Today I didn't make a really good decision. I didn't. This is kind of a confession little video. And this morning I knew that my husband, I'm raising my hand, I knew that he was in a bit of a rush to get to one of his appointments, and he had told me, and I had heard him, sort of. I heard him, and then I started getting deep into my project, which right at the moment is writing a course to put online about leadership with a human touch. And I'm a little embarrassed to tell you that human touch part because I didn't do it. I blew it out the window. So my little committee has been going since early this morning, telling me I'm not going fast enough. What I'm doing is not going to work. People are not going to want it. They're not going to want to buy it. Most of all, they're not going to want to recommend it to their friends. Just on and on and on. And I'm guessing between you and me, you've had that kind of a committee that just, oh my gosh, please be quiet. I'm doing my best. And I'm already saying it to myself. And then this other committee comes over their shoulder, and another one comes over their shoulder and starts just yapping away. Oh, she's not doing good enough. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, that won't be true. No, she's writing a whole new paradigm. What about the old one? On and on and on and on and on. So anyway, I'm in the middle of that going on. My husband, remember, has told me that he needs to get out the door because he's got this appointment. And so we have my naggy committee, me, him in his, I call it his tasky mode, and him, and we clashed. We clashed. Now, I'm not going to pretend that is the first time we have ever blown up at each other because that would be ridiculous. It would be a lie, simply not true. What I am going to tell you is when he walked out the door and I closed it and we exchanged barely little peck of a kiss. He's gone. I'm here. And I felt terrible. Not only did I feel terrible, in 1 minute, I had a client to talk with. So I had to get it together in one place, switch my hats, and be Amina, decision-making specialist. And I did, and I'm very proud that I'm able to do that so that I don't drag my personal things into my work with my clients. I'm very happy for that, except then my client's call was over and it was back to me, and had another committee little voice. Now they weren't yapping at me about my project. I guess that was good. They were yapping at me because I have blown up with my husband, had not really paid attention enough deeply inside to understand how he was feeling. And I was pretty centered and focused on myself, which is okay when it's done with some timing and the human touch, which was not there. It was the other side of the human touch, or lack of. Anyway, what I want to tell you is that I just got a phone call just at the moment that I was pressing the click button to call him, and he apologized and said that he had been insensitive to me, and he said I felt under pressure to go out the door to my appointment, and I felt my want to take care of you and help you feel better because I love you. And I really appreciated hearing that. And I told him, and then I apologized to him for my miserably, horribly, ugly, poor timing. And now we're okay. And that happened in a little over an hour. And I want you to know that I am very grateful for that, because believe you me, we have worked really hard from our beginning to get here. And I'm guessing if you're in any kind of a relationship, family, friend, employees, staff, co-workers, co-partners, co-whatever, you've had blow-ups too. And remember, the measurements are, how often does it happen? What's the frequency? How intense is it? How deeply impersonal does it go? And the other is the duration. How long does it take between the episode and you both or all of you getting back together on a more even keel? Well, for us, thank goodness we rarely have those anymore. We're very straight and direct, and we rarely have that kind of a blow up. Actually, I can't remember the last time, which is, wow, that's really good measurement. And it didn't last as long, because I don't know about you, maybe you're more perfectly human than I am. Sometimes it can last, not years and months. Well, for some people it can. It never lasted a real long time. And it lasted, and it didn't feel good. And the other is that this felt personal. It didn't cut into my personhood. And that's a different way of feeling, is when it goes into your personhood, your place of shame. And this didn't, and it was very far from it. So it's not so much about us. I'm telling you that because I'm human. I do this for a living. And I've been doing this for 40-something years. Wouldn't you think I'd be more perfect? Nah, I am still growing and still learning and still practicing to make progress. And you know a secret? I'm not even going to try to watch for perfection, because you know why? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There's no such thing. Every time we get better, we look at the horizon, it's still there. It's like, have you ever, I have, so I don't know if you have or not, ever been determined that you were going to drive to the closest spot of a rainbow that you could? And each time you drove a little bit further, the rainbow was out a little bit further. So I think perfection's kind of like that it's just something you want to think about and look at, and maybe see if you're getting closer, and not set your goal to being right there with the rainbow, or right there with perfection, or right there with knowing exactly every time what to do. No. It's if your elbow slips off the table, you can put it back on. And the faster and better and more graceful that you can put your elbow back on the table, that's how you measure your progress. So that is my story today. And if you're having any difficulty, any mismanagement of your time in terms of talking to somebody or being pressured and not being at your very best, any time that you're just at odds with someone, just take a moment and check inside. What was my part? It's always easy to find their part. Matter of fact, sometimes it's easier to just throw the whole paper bag at them and stuff it in it 100%. Except we know it's never just 100% somebody. And it doesn't mean that my husband was wrong or I was wrong. What it means is that we care and love each other and want each other to have the very best day we can, that we found a way to bring it back together rather than it being him and me and that big gap. And we're still who we are. We didn't sacrifice, we didn't give up what we thought, we didn't give in that we were just totally wrong. We just didn't be our best. And that is the secret. Whatever you do, measure by, is that my best? Nah. Could I do it better? Yes. How could I do it better? When will I do it better? And do it. All right. Hope that helped. Thank you so much for coming. And guess what? Come back, because I will be here. And I hope you will be too. Take care of yourself. Take care of everyone around you the very best way you can. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye for now.